everyone, welcome to Como Shambhala. My name is Joyce, and today's sequence and workout is on Pilates core and conditioning on the mat. This sequence is great for those who wish to build strength, stability, stamina and endurance, and flexibility, and also those who wish to address muscle imbalances in their body. Shall we get started? Let's begin by sitting on the mat. So come to the front of your mat, straighten your legs, resting the top of your thighs heavily down onto the floor and elongating your spine all the way to the crown of your head. Take your arms in front of your shoulders, look between your hands, and then start to roll your pelvis behind your legs, making a very long C curve in your spine. Try to get the lower back to touch the floor first, then the middle back, then the upper back, and then the shoulders and the crown of your head, reaching all the way through your fingertips. Breathe in here, and then as you breathe out, raise the head, raise the shoulders, raise the arms, peel the upper spine up, the mid spine, the lower spine, rounding your back, and then gradually folding your pelvis over your thighs, extending through the crown of your head as you start to stack your spine up vertically. Look between your hands again, and we repeat that. Roll your pelvis behind your legs. Make sure the lower back tucks the floor first, and then the mid back, and then the upper back. And extend your arms all the way out. Breathing in, and then breathe out. Raise the head and your shoulders, scooping the abs in, peel away from the floor, rounding your spine, gradually folding your pelvis over your thighs, lengthening your torso vertically up towards the ceiling. And then we do that 3 more times. Breathing in, long C curve, breathing out, scooping the abs in, articulating the spine, extend through your feet, extend through your arms. Inhale here to prepare. Exhale, raise the head and your shoulders, rounding your spine. Continue to curve and peel away from the floor, elongating your trunk over your legs, stacking your spine vertically up towards the ceiling. And let's do the last 2 times. Breathing in, breathing out. Reach your feet forward, reach your arms back. Breathing in, breathe out, raise the head and your shoulders, pulling your chin down towards your chest, curving your whole spine, rounding your back, folding your pelvis over your thighs, and then eventually stacking your spine up. And then we'll do that 1 more time. Breathing in, breathing out, scoop through the abs, pull the navel down towards the spine, elongating your legs forward and your arms back. Make yourself long, breathing in, breathing out. 1 long breath. Rounding your spine, folding your pelvis forward, long legs, long arms, and long spine. So from here, we're going to bend your knees and lay flat down on your back. With your feet together, interlace your fingers behind your head. Support the base of your skull and try to keep a small gap underneath your lower back. Pubic bone pointing down towards the floor. Breathing in here as you breathe out. Raise both legs up to tabletop, bringing your knees above your hips and your shins parallel to the floor. Breathing in here, as you breathe out, curl your head and shoulders up, rounding your upper spine, and then slowly bring your head and your shoulders down. Inhale again. As you exhale, elongate through the crown of your head, pulling your chin down towards your chest, and then breathing in, laying back down. Let's repeat that 3 more times. Breathing in, breathing out. Let's knit the lower ribs down towards your pelvis. Still maintain a slight gap underneath your lower back. And then inhale, back down again. 2 more times. Breathing in, breathing out. Maintain pelvic stability, core stability. And then inhale, lower down. 1 last time. Breathing in, breathing out. And then inhale, lay back down. Let's add the legs. Breathing in here, breathing out. While you curl your head and shoulders up, dip your toes down towards the floor, making a femur arc. Lift the leg, and then bring the head and shoulders down. Switching legs now, breathing in, breathing out. Pull the navel in towards the spine. Tap your left toes down towards the floor. Still knitting your ribs down towards your pelvis. As you lift the leg up, bring your head and shoulders down. Let's try that a few more times. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Once more on each leg. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. At this point, to increase endurance and conditioning, let's keep your back lifted and dynamically alternating legs 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring both legs back to tabletop and head and shoulders down. Inhale here. Exhale, raise the head and your shoulders, curving up. Knit your lower ribs down towards your pelvis. Focus on pelvic stability. Keep your ribs connected to the pelvis. And then now let's dip your heels to the left-hand side of the mat. Bring the legs back up to tabletop. Dip your heels to the right-hand side of the mat, targeting the oblique muscles, and then dip to the left, making sure your hips are level and on the floor. We'll do that one more time on each side. Breathing out. Breathing out as you dip down. Legs back in tabletop, and then head and shoulders down. Extend your arms behind you. Breathing in here as you breathe out. Raise the head and your shoulders. Arms beside your hips. Inhale here. As you exhale, extend your legs out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Pull the navel in towards the spine. At this point, you want to keep your lower back flat on the floor. Breathing in, staying up. 3 more times. Long legs, long arms. Funneling the ribs down towards your pelvis. And let's try one more time. Breathing out. Breathing in. Gently hug your knees to your chest. Take one more breath in here. And extend your left leg out while you still hold your right knee to your chest. And just gently hover the leg off the floor. Extend your right leg out. Hug your left knee to your chest. And just gently hover the right leg off the floor. Repeat that one more time on each leg. And exhale. Hug both knees to your chest. Breathing in here. Breathe out, raise the head and your shoulders, pulling your knees close to your chest, keeping the lower back flat on the floor. Extend your left leg out, reaching long, keeping your chest up. We're going to switch the whole of your leg for 10 counts. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hug both knees to your chest, curve up a little bit higher, and then all the way down. Rest your feet on the floor. Separate your feet about hip distance apart. Rest your arms beside your hips. Inhale here. As you exhale, you're going to flatten your lower back onto the floor. Pull the navel down towards the spine, and slowly roll your hips up into a bridge position, extending up through your thighs and through your knees. Fire up your hamstrings and your glutes, but pull your front ribs down so that the back isn't pushing your ribs up, but it's your back legs and your buttocks lifting your pelvis up. Take a deep breath in here. As you exhale, start to trickle the spine down, one vertebra at a time into a C curve, until you land your pelvis in a neutral position. Press your arms and your feet down. Repeat that one more time. Breathing in, breathing out. Pull the navel in towards the spine. Elongate the front of your thighs forward. Create space between your thighs and your pelvis, as well as the lower rib cage. Keep lifting up through your thighs. Glutes engaged and activated strongly. Breathing in, and then breathe out. Slowly trickle the spine down. So now I'm going to take it a step further to add more challenge by using the blocks. You're going to take 2 blocks and position them hip distance apart. Place your feet on the blocks and lay back down slowly. Press your feet down onto the blocks, breathing in. As you breathe out, you roll your hips up and notice that you're climbing up higher and higher and higher. So you need to focus on extending the front of your thighs up away from your chest towards your knees. Press with your feet as if you're trying to drag the blocks away from the front of the mat. Keeping your hips up, you're going to balance on your right leg and raise the left leg up to tabletop. Try to maintain level pelvis the whole time as you switch legs, putting the left leg down, right leg up. Continuously activate your hamstring and your glute. Pull the navel in towards the spine as you continue to switch legs, floating the leg up without disturbing the pelvis. This time, we raise the left leg up as well as the right arm. Bringing the arm and leg down, keeping your bridge position. Raise the right leg and your left arm. And we switch. Very similar to walking. Only difference is your pelvis is off the floor. We'll do this 4 more times. And 3. And 2. And 1. This time we raise the right arm and your left leg. Lower the pelvis halfway down and pulse 5 times. Keep your hips up, straighten the left leg, reaching the sole of your foot up towards the ceiling, and pulse another 5. Bend your knee, put your arm and leg down, and we'll switch to the other leg. Keep your pelvis lifted. Tuck your tailbone up. Core control. Raise the right leg and your left arm. Lower the hips halfway down and pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5. Strong glute and hamstring. Extend your right leg up. Pulse for another 5. Bend your knee, bring your leg and your arm back down. Level your pelvis once more. Take another breath in, and then exhale, start to bridge down, articulating your spine a vertebra at a time, and then finish off in neutral. We'll still keep the blocks under our feet, and then this time, for an added challenge, roll your pelvis back up. Extend the front of your thighs away from your hips. Tuck your upper arms out under your shoulders and interlace your fingers, pressing your arms firmly down onto the floor. Balance on the right leg and raise the left leg straight up towards the ceiling. Flex the foot, draw a straight line down with your left leg. Point your toes and lift it back up. We'll do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Bend your knee, put your foot down, level your pelvis, squeeze in your inner thighs toward each other. Balance on the left, right leg extends up towards the ceiling. Flex the foot, draw a straight line, point your toes, lifting up. 3 more. 2, 1. Bend your knee, put your foot down, release your arms, and then slowly let out a big sigh, bridging your spine all the way down till your pelvis is on the floor. So now lift your legs up to tabletop and hold the back of your knees. Bring your knees up towards your chest, breathing in. And then as you breathe out, roll yourself all the way up to sit, balancing your feet off the floor. And you're going to roll back and forth, rolling like a ball. 2 more times. 1 more. And then place your feet down. Hold the back of your knees, roll back once more, roll forward, and then extend your legs out and grab onto your calves. Elongate your spine, lift your chest, breathing here, and then breathing out. 1 more breath, and exhale. And then bend your knees and cross your legs. So I'm going to turn myself around using the length of the mat. Extend your legs out in a slight V shape. If your pelvis rolls back behind your thighs and your back is curved, feel free to use a block and sit up on the block so that you get more height and length between your pelvis as well as your trunk. So I will use this block for the purpose of this sequence. Extend your arms out to the side, breathing in as you breathe out. Twist to your right, and then you're going to hinge from the hips and reach your chest forward as if you're going to touch your toes with your fingers. Come back up, twist to the center, all the way to the left, hinging from the hips, extend your chest forward. Rise back up, and then twist again to the right, breathing out, making sure that the left hip, left thigh stays down. Rise back up to the left, and exhale. We'll do this a little bit more dynamically. We'll pulse 3 times to the right. 1, 2, 3. Holding the twist, come forward. Back to the center. Pulse 3 times to the left. 1, 2, 3. Hold. Extend your chest and your spine forward, keeping the opposite hip and thigh down. Rise back up. Back to the center. Pulse 3 times again to the right. 1. Exhale 2. Exhale 3. Maximum twist. Lengthen. Reach. Back to the center. 3 times left. 2, 3. And then hinge. Rise back up. Back to the center. Grab hold of the inside of your knees. Bend your knees. And then close up your legs. Let's remove the block. And come onto our hands and knees. Put your palms down under your shoulders, knees under the hips, curl your toes on the floor, press your palms firmly down onto the ground so your arms are straight. We'll do cat-cow 5 times, breathing in, arching your back, sending the crown of your head up, tail up. As you exhale, round your back, scoop the navel in, push the back ribs up towards the ceiling, and then breathing in, arch again, shoulder blades down, hands pull towards the back of the mat, engaging your arms more strongly. As you exhale, round your back, long arms, back ribs up towards the ceiling. 3 more times, breathing in, wide collarbones, long waist. Exhale, tail down, crown of your head down. 2 more times, breathing in, breathing out. Smooth articulation of your spine, fluid spine. Last one. And then breathing out. Good. Come to a flat back. Walk your knees behind your thighs, keeping your toes curled down, but pull in your lower rib cage. Look in the middle of the mat. Bend your elbows and slowly bring your chest and your pelvis down. Lift your chest, and at this point, grab your towel if you have it handy. Open your towel in front of your mat and place your hands shoulder distance apart on the towel. Keeping your arms reaching forward, you're going to slowly draw your shoulder blades down. Bring the bottom tips towards each other and start to lift your chest as well as your top ribs away from the floor. Notice that the towel glides in towards you. Tuck your tailbone down and draw the navel away from the floor and extend your legs. Breathing in here, as you breathe out, start to melt your spine, lowering the ribs, the chest, and notice the towel gently rolls away. Breathing in, breathing out, pull your shoulder blades down, raise your chest. Long arms, navel away from the floor, extend your legs out, and then slowly lower down. For those of you who have the dumbbells, let's use them right now. Now put the towel aside. Hold on to the dumbbells, facing up. Line your ears next to your arms. Breathing in here, as you breathe out, gently lift your chest, pull your shoulder blades down. Keeping your chest up, raise your arms and your legs. Sweep your arms far out to the side and behind. Turning your palms up towards the ceiling. Pump your arms up towards the ceiling 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold, legs up, chest up, arms up. Sweep your arms out to the side, in front of your shoulders. Sweep your arms out to the side, behind you, and let's repeat. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sweep your arms out to the side, in front. Gently lower the dumbbells. Overlap your hands under your forehead. And take one breath here, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Then bring your palms beside your chest. Roll your shoulders back. Raise your chest, slightly bending your elbows and firming them in. As you lower your chest, slow motion, you're going to raise your legs up and hover the hands off the floor. Lower the legs, raise your chest, and we're going to repeat that again, rocking back and forth. And this is called swan dive. And we'll do 5 more. 3 more. You can go faster if you want. And then slowly bring your feet together, knees apart. Sit your palm down on your feet. Stretch your arms forward in child's pose. Take one more breath here. Slowly roll yourself all the way back up, lengthening through the crown of your head. And then now we come back on all fours. Put your hands under your shoulders, spread your palms and your fingers. Bring your knees under your hips with your toes curled down on the floor. You're going to press your arms firmly down so your arms are very straight and raise your left leg just as high as your hip and reach that leg long. Press your left arm down firmly. Raise your right arm, reach it long. Reaching fingers and toes in opposite directions, keeping your left arm super straight. Bring the arm and leg back to the original position, and we swap. Raise your right leg, reach it long. Raise your left arm, reach it long. Extend both toes and fingers away from each other, and then bring the arm and leg back. We're going to do this 10 times, non-stop, a little bit more dynamically. Right arm, left leg, 1. Right leg, left arm, 2. 3. 4. Drawing in lower ribs all the time. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. For an added challenge, we're going to use a TheraBand. So take your TheraBand, if you've got it available at home, open it up like a ribbon, and put your left foot in the middle of the TheraBand, holding the edges with your hands. Lift your left toes, and then come onto all fours. So the TheraBand is firmly spread around the sole of your foot. Hands under your shoulders, knees under the hips once more. Straighten your arms, push upwards between your shoulder blades. Then breathe in, lift the left knee. As you breathe out, extend your left leg out. Breathe in, bend your knee under the hip. Breathe out and extend again. Breathing in, breathing out. 4 more times. Exhale. 3 more. Strong shoulders, long leg. Pulling the lower ribs up. 2 more. Once more. This time, keep your legs straight and pulse up towards the ceiling, targeting the hamstring and your glute. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Then bend your knee and then put your foot down. Let's swap legs. Open up your TheraBand like a ribbon again. Place your right foot in the center of the TheraBand. Come onto all fours. Press the palms and the TheraBands firmly down onto the floor. Push upwards between your shoulder blades. Breathing in, lift your right knee up. Breathing out, extend your right leg back. Breathing in, bend again. And reach. Reach to stretch your TheraBand as much as you can. Breathing in, breathing out. 3 more times. And 2. And 1. Keep the legs straight, pulse up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bend your knee, put the foot down, and let's put the TheraBand aside. At this point, let's use our 2 blocks. Put both blocks under your shoulders and your knees under your hips once more. This challenges your shoulders and the stability of your shoulder girdle a little bit more. You're going to straighten your left leg, curling your toes on the floor. Pull in your lower rib cage. Straighten your right leg beside your left leg to find yourself in a plank position. Straight arms and push upwards between your shoulder blades. Balance on your right leg and hover the left leg off the floor. Reach the leg long, keep the weight balanced on each arm, and then put your left foot down. Balance on the left leg and hover the right leg up. Reach it long and keep the weight balanced on each arm. We'll do that 1 more time on each side. Keeping your pelvis really stable, pull in the lower ribs. Strong arms, strong shoulders. And then this time, you're going to keep your left leg up and just put your right knee down on the floor under your hip. Pivot onto the edge of your left foot. Pivot your right knee, keeping your toes curled down. And then slowly come into a modified side plank position. You have the option to keep your left hand on your hip, your left hand behind your head, or extend your left arm up towards the ceiling. Try to get the weight off your right shoulder instead of sinking into the shoulder as I'm doing now. Keeping your left arm up towards the ceiling, you're going to breathe in and lift your left leg up. This challenges your stability and your balance. And then breathe out, tap your left foot down. We'll try that 3 more times. 2, and 1. Place the left foot firmly down on the floor. Breathing in as you breathe out. You're going to twist and thread your left arm underneath your right arm, turning from the left back ribs, rotating as much as you can through your rib cage. Untwist to come back into your modified side plank. Twist again 2 more times. You may slightly bend your right elbow. Untwist. Once more. Untwist. Breathing in here as you breathe out, Turn your body back down to put your left hand on the block. Spin onto the ball of your left foot and straighten your right leg beside your left leg, finding yourself back to plank position. Bend your elbows, do one small push-up, and then now put your left knee down on the floor underneath your hip, and we'll get ready to do the other side. Spin onto the edge of your right foot, spin onto your knee. Turn yourself into a modified side plank position. You have the option to keep your right hand on your hip, right hand behind your head, or arm up towards the ceiling. Don't forget to get the weight off your left shoulder by pushing down into the block. Then breathe in here. As you breathe out, raise your right leg up and tap your right foot down. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Let's do that one more time. Lift and lower. Extend down into your right leg, radiate and shine. Breathing in as you breathe out, twist and thread your right arm underneath your left arm and chest. Untwist, come back to your modified side plank. And we'll do 2 more. Breathing out as you turn. Breathing in, pushing the arm down into the block. Let's repeat one more time. Untwist. Breathing in here as you breathe out. Twist all the way down to put your right hand back onto the block. Spin onto the ball of your right foot. Straighten your left leg beside your right leg. Get yourself in plank position again. Do 1 push-up, bending the elbows. Bring your chest and your hips down. Push the blocks down into the floor. Back to plank. Bring your knees on the floor. Sit up. Interlace your fingers in front of your chest. Breathing in, raise your arms up, chest up. Exhale, round your back, as if you're doing little cat-cows. Breathing in, breathing out. Once more. Breathing out. Let's put the blocks aside. And come back to all fours with your hands on the floor. Straighten your arms firmly. Push upwards between your shoulder blades again. Straighten your left leg, curling the toes out on the floor. Straighten your right leg. Come back to plank. This time, you're going to spin onto the edge of your right foot and stack your left leg on top of your right leg. Option to have your hand on your hip or raise your left arm, left chest up towards the ceiling. Inhale as you exhale, come back to plank. Arms pressing down, and we switch sides. Spin onto the edge of your left foot, get the left hip up, weight off the shoulder, stack your right leg on top of your left leg. Option, hand on hip, right arm up towards the ceiling, and then we come back. I'll repeat that one more time on each side. And exhale. And this time, I'm going to spin onto the edge of the right foot, but keep the sole of my left foot down. I'm going to take a lateral flexion, bending sideways to the right, and then breathe in here. As you breathe out, I'm going to push the floor away with my right arm, twisting, untwist, back to the side plank, twist again, untwist, and once more. Back to side bend, back to plank, and change sides. Spin onto the edge of your left foot, pivot onto the sole of your right foot, bend sideways to the left. Breathing in as you breathe out, twist, pike your hips up, thread your arm through, unfold yourself into a side plank, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, bend sideways once more, turn back to plank, lift your hips up, go into an inverted V, walk your hands back towards your feet, and roll yourself all the way up. standing tall. Let's come to the front of the mat and do a standing roll down from here. Putting your palms down on the floor, you can keep your knees slightly bent. Step your left foot back. Walk your hands beside your right foot. Keep your arms really straight. You're gonna lower the hips once, twice, and then we're gonna jump switch to the other leg. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and we'll do one more. Step your left foot back and walk your hands towards your feet like big cats with big paws, and roll yourself up. And stacking your spine up. Let's take our dumbbells for the next sequence. You're gonna stand in the middle of your mat. Have your legs just a little bit wider than your hips, with our thighs turned out and feet slightly turned out. Breathing in as you breathe out, you're gonna bend at your hips, go into a little bit of a squat and take your arms in front of your chest. Straighten your legs, straighten your back, upright, and bring your arms down. Breathing in as you breathe out, fold into the hips, sink low, pull the navel in, send your tail down, exhale, and stand back up. We repeat that 3 more times. And 2, and 1. Let's sweep your arms above your head for the next few repetitions. Exhale 2. Straighten legs, straighten back. Exhale 3. Exhale 4. Exhale 5 and hold. Take your arms back in front of your chest with the dumbbells touching. Don't move your right arm, twist to the left. And stretch your arms away from the middle of the front and back chest. Rotate back to the center. Twist to the right. Stretch your arms away from the front and back chest. Back to the center and repeat. And repeat. Arms together, straighten your legs and sweep your arms out to the side. And heel toe to bring your feet together. And let's put the dumbbells back down on the floor. You're gonna face this way with your legs a little bit wider than before. Legs are still turned out, toes are pointing out slightly. Hands onto your hips, fold into the hips, lean your chest forward, and then start to shift the weight to your right leg, lifting the heel, turning the left thigh out, and then with your right arm, push the leg away, hands on the floor, and then fall forward. Then we're gonna switch to the other leg, lifting the heel, turning the thigh out, push the leg away, and fold. And repeat that again. Switching sides. And this time, keep pushing the arm away against the leg, and then turn towards your left leg and make a nice fold towards your ankle. Back to the center. Shift your weight to the left. Arm pushes the leg away. Turn to your right. Fold toward your right ankle. Back to the center. And repeat that one more time on each side. Breathing out, deepening the stretch. Good. Heel toe to come back. And then roll yourself all the way back up, one vertebra at a time. For the final part, let's take our block, put the block between your legs, lay on one side, and I'll be facing this side. Stretch your arms in front of your shoulder, keep your head on the floor, bring your knees in front of your hips, and with your left fingertips, you're going to extend your arm as far on the floor as you can and make a very big circle, turning the head, your neck, your chest, and your rib cage, following the shape of your arm as it draws the circle. And we're going to repeat that a couple more times, opening up the intercostal muscles around your rib cage. Make the circle bigger and bigger, using the whole floor to trace that outline of a wide circle. And let's do 3 more times. Look back at your hand. Look to the left. 2 more times. And once more. And here, we're going to keep your arms outstretched like this. Let's pull your knees up a little bit and attempt to get both shoulders on the floor with your head turned to the left. We'll take 2 breaths here, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, and then breathing out. Finish the circle, and then we'll do the other side. I'll still be facing you. Block between your legs. Extend both arms out first. Then reach your right arm longer than your left arm. With your fingers on the floor, make as big a circle as you can. And try to have your fingers touch the floor while you turn the head, neck, chest, and your rib cage to make that circle. Breathe with the movement. Opening up the fan of the rib cage. Make the circle bigger and bigger. Gaze at your fingers every chance you get. Let's do 2 more. And 1 more. And here, pause for 2 breaths. Extend your arms away from each other and attempt to get both shoulders down. Keep your head turned to your right. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, and breathing out. Finish the circle. And let's sit back up. Use the block and sit on the block. And have your right leg turned out like you're sitting in a half or cross leg. And turn your left leg in. And this is what we call the Z sit. Try to keep your pelvis level. Raise your arms out to the side. Breathe in, lengthen up through the crown of your head. Get long through your side. Breathe out, take a side stretch to your right. And then rise back up. And then take a side stretch to your left. Inhale again, exhale, long arm, long waist, keeping your hip down. Let's do 1 more. Gently push the floor away as you come up, keeping your pelvis heavy. And then we'll switch legs. Turning your left leg out, turning your right leg in. Keep your pelvis level. Raise arms out to the side, breathing in, breathing out. Long C curve once more. Gently push the floor away, coming up, bending to the other side. Anchor the opposite hip down. Opening up the fan of the rib cage. And exhale. Let's do one more on each side. And breathing out. And that's all that we have time for today. I hope you enjoyed the core and conditioning class and had a good workout. Look forward to seeing you again. Until next time, take care and take care of your core.